Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. So in this video, I want to talk about Bitcoin reaching $1 million. Now, for the past, few months, I've been talking about Bitcoin reaching $1 million. And today I want to give you guys an update on that topic because I really do believe, okay, we will in fact see a $1 million Bitcoin in the future. Like, I'm genuinely being dead serious, guys, right? You guys may call me crazy, but in this video, okay, I want to explain why I see Bitcoin reaching $1 million potentially, right, in the next 7 years. Lower, right, than 7 years, right? I really do in fact see Bitcoin reaching $1 million by the year 2030 at least, right? At least. So in this video, I want to talk about that, okay, why I potentially see Bitcoin reaching $1 million. So before we get started in this video, guys, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I really would appreciate that. And let's begin with this video. And by the way, guys, if you guys hear like background noise, I apologize for that. It's raining hard right now, okay? It's been raining all day, so I really do apologize for that. But anyways, let's talk about Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin right now is currently at $24,000. Okay, it's actually touching 24K right now. And I really do in fact see, right, Bitcoin in the next few years, lower than 10 years, okay, sooner than 10 years, I see Bitcoin reaching $1 million per Bitcoin. Okay, call me crazy, but in this video I want to explain, okay, why I see Bitcoin reaching $1 million per Bitcoin. So, okay, listen guys, we know Bitcoin is the most scarce asset out there, right? It really is, okay? And this is showing that Bitcoin could actually potentially hit higher than $1 million per Bitcoin, okay? It's saying it can hit pretty much $1.5 million per Bitcoin by the year 2030. Now, if Bitcoin doesn't reach $1.5 million by the year, then most likely we'll see it at $682,000. By the way, that is amazing, okay? I told you guys many times, I do in fact see Bitcoin, reaching hundreds and thousands of dollars. So if we don't see a $1 million Bitcoin by 2030, we'll potentially see it at $682,000, maybe, okay? And maybe, okay, if anything, right, its lowest, we'll probably see it at $258,000. But I highly doubt that's possible, right? For us to see Bitcoin at $258,000, in the next like 7 years, right? Less than 7 years. So I highly doubt that's realistic. I think Bitcoin's going to be at $1 million, right? This one is the one that I really think Bitcoin will hit. Okay, maybe it could actually hit $1.5 million. Who knows? But I know for a fact, okay, by the year 2030, I personally think we will in fact see a $1 million Bitcoin 100% in the future. And we know Bitcoin is the most scarce asset out there. Okay, so most scarce, okay? And every like 4 years, guys, we know the Bitcoin halving happens, okay? We know that, right? So we had one in 2013, we had one in 2016, and our most recent one in 2020, and our next halving is going to happen in the year 2024, which is obviously right around the corner, and it's going to happen next year, right? So every 4 years, guys, every 4 years, a halving does in fact happen for Bitcoin, okay? And if you guys don't know what the Bitcoin halving is, it's pretty much when the reward for Bitcoin mining is cut in half, pretty much, right? So that's pretty much what Bitcoin halving is, and obviously that increases scarcity, right? So we know Bitcoin already is the most scarce asset out there, okay? Like, there's obviously a limited supply of Bitcoins, which is obviously 21 million Bitcoins, right? And as you can see, right, Bitcoin compared to other assets, it's the best one, right? It's the best one, literally. You know what I mean? Compared to these other assets, right? Bitcoin is literally the best one, in my opinion. Okay, and you guys can clearly see it is, in fact, the best one. And it's, its early stage growth is absolutely crazy. We know Bitcoin has only been around for, 13 years, right? And, it's 13 years ago, Bitcoin was literally at, not even at a cent. It was literally at like a penny, like less than a penny. You know what I mean? And, let's just say 10 years ago, right, 2013, Bitcoin was literally at like a couple of dollars, right? And 10 years later, now we see Bitcoin at, tens and thousands of dollars, right? We know Bitcoin's all-time high was about $67,000, almost 70K. It didn't quite hit 70K, but it was close. Okay, and obviously we know, right, Bitcoin's gonna obviously reach $100,000 in the next crypto bull market. That's just personally my opinion, right? But it's 100% gonna reach 100K in the next, bull market, right? Which is right around the corner. So you guys have to think about it, right? Bitcoin has only been around for 13 years. And with its growth throughout the years, okay, it's grown so much. Bitcoin was literally at a couple dollars, a few years ago, right? About 10 years ago, right? 11 years ago and whatnot. And now currently it's at, tens and thousands of dollars. Okay, think about it. Think about that, right? It's only been around for 13 years. Crazy. So we know, okay, the supply for Bitcoin is 21 million Bitcoins. That's it. You know what I mean? No more Bitcoins can ever exist. Okay, that's its max supply. That is finite supply, right? For Bitcoin, 21 million Bitcoins. And you guys have to understand, right? Throughout the years, ever since Bitcoin has existed, right? Millions of Bitcoins have in fact been lost. Okay, so realistically, we have about 16 to 17 million Bitcoins, right? Which makes it even more scarce, guys, right? You guys have to really think about it, right? 21 million Bitcoins is already scarce itself. Imagine less than 21 million, right? So you guys have to really think about it. Bitcoin is the most scarce asset out there in the market, okay? And I'm telling you guys this right now, not everyone in the world can own a Bitcoin. So yes, we have, 21, let's just say we have 21 million Bitcoins, because we do, right? But technically we have less than that, but let's just stick with 21 million, okay? Because that's already scarce itself. So let's just say we have 21 million Bitcoins to ever exist, right? No more, no less. Not everyone in the world, okay, on planet Earth can own a single Bitcoin. Not even like 10% of a Bitcoin, even 5% of a Bitcoin. Not everyone in the world can own one Bitcoin and of course a percentage of a Bitcoin, because there's just not enough to, go around, right? Not even all the millionaires in the world, guys, can own a Bitcoin, right? There's about an estimate of over 56 million people that are in fact millionaires. Not even all the millionaires can own a single coin, a single Bitcoin, right? And we know, okay, that the population of Earth right now is over 7.8 billion, almost 8 billion, right? In the next, 2 to 3 years, this is 100% going to increase to at least 8 billion, maybe potentially, towards the year 2030, we're going to see this at pretty much 8 billion, right? So if you really think about it, guys, everyone obviously, okay, do the math here, cannot own a single Bitcoin, not even like 1% of a Bitcoin. Think about it. Bitcoin is obviously going to be the most scarce. Okay, and of course, guys, throughout the years, we're going to see Bitcoin, we're obviously going to be losing more Bitcoins throughout the years. Okay, and the halving is going to continually to happen, right? We know the most recent one's going to happen next year, which is right around the corner, okay, 2024. And then the next one's going to happen in 2028. Okay, and then 2032. So every 4 years, guys, a halving does in fact happen. Okay, and of course, okay, the reward for Bitcoin mining is cut in half, right? Every time the halving happens. Okay, so Bitcoin is really scarce. Please understand that, guys, and we will eventually see Bitcoin at $1 million. Okay, I really do believe personally the year 2030, we will in fact see Bitcoin at $1 million. We will in fact see $1 million Bitcoin, right? Whether you like it or not, right? Whether you like Bitcoin or you don't, it don't matter. Eventually, Bitcoin's gonna get at, $1 million. Okay, either way, it don't matter, right? Whether you like it or not, Bitcoin's gonna reach $1 million. Okay, so that being said, I'm excited, and I hope you guys are in fact excited as well. Now, I read this article, and a lot of people are in fact indicating, okay, and predicting that Bitcoin's going to go way above $1 million, okay, by the year 2030. People are saying that we will in fact see a $10 million Bitcoin by the year 2030 or, 2032, right? Because that's going to be the halving, right? 2032. And every time we have these halving, guys, obviously we tend to see Bitcoin pump up massively, right? So I don't know, okay, that's just really high for me. Like, I don't think that's possible for Bitcoin. Okay, for us to see a $10 million Bitcoin, um, by the year 20, I hardly think, to be more realistic here, I see a $1 million Bitcoin by 2030, but a $10 million Bitcoin, I see that happening like maybe, maybe 2035 or even 2040, right? But I don't think that's going to happen in 2030. But I think, obviously, right, and I've been mentioning this many times, that Bitcoin's going to go way above, just $1 million. It's going to go to, 2 million, 3 million, 5 million, 10 million, 15 million, 20 million, 24 million, 25 million, like all that, right? It's going to reach millions of dollars in the future. Trust me, guys. Bitcoin is the future, 100%, right? And it's the most scarce asset out there, guys. Please understand this, right? So yes, one day we will eventually see a $10 million Bitcoin, right? A $10 million Bitcoin, but who knows when? Okay, who knows when? Maybe in the next few decades from now, right? Maybe in the next like 15 to 20 years, maybe, right? So we're gonna see, but I know for a fact one day we will in fact see Bitcoin at $10 million, but who knows when, right? But a $1 million Bitcoin is gonna happen for sure. Okay, 100%. So I'm excited, and I hope you guys are in fact excited as well, right? For Bitcoin to reach $1 million. And you guys have to understand, right? That just shows you, right, why I've been begging you guys, like ever since I started, this YouTube channel, I've been begging you guys to accumulate and to buy at least one Bitcoin, okay? And the reason why I want you guys to, buy and to accumulate and own one Bitcoin is because one Bitcoin is obviously going to be reaching $1 million and millions of dollars. So if you guys just hold this one Bitcoin in the next few years, okay, you just put it somewhere safe and you forget about it, right? There's one single Bitcoin, just one Bitcoin, you will be a millionaire in the future just by owning one Bitcoin. Think about it. Buying one Bitcoin right now is currently at $24,000. Yes, it's not cheap buying one Bitcoin, okay? It's not cheap at all. I'm not saying it's cheap, right? It's not cheap at all. It's like literally buying a new car, right? But I'm saying this right now, it's easier, okay, to buy Bitcoin now than later, right? Think about it. It's the perfect time right now. Okay, we are still in a bear market. If we really zoom out here, right, on Bitcoin, go to the weekly chart real quick, you guys see how much we have dropped, right? Even though, yes, Bitcoin has in fact been pumping for the past, few weeks, especially last month in January, Bitcoin was absolutely pumping, right? But you guys can see we are still down a lot from its previous all-time highs. Okay, so it's still a great time to buy some Bitcoin. We are still, in a bear market, okay, and we're still in the accumulation stage right now. So you guys have to understand it's easier to buy one Bitcoin now than later, because you guys have to understand the Bitcoin halving is going to happen in the year 2024. And once that happens, we're going to see Bitcoin absolutely skyrocket, and potentially we will no longer see Bitcoin at $24,000 ever again. So you guys have to understand it's the best time right now to buy into Bitcoin, to accumulate, and of course to dollar cost average. Not financial advice, but always do your own research, guys. Okay, so please, to end this video off, buy one Bitcoin at least, guys. Just one single Bitcoin. If you can buy more than one, then go to two, right? Go to three, go to four, go to five, go to 10, and more than that if you can, right? So be excited, guys. I know for a fact Bitcoin's gonna, create and make new millionaires in the future, 100%, because this asset right here, the most scarce asset, is going to reach $1 million in the future. And of course, I'm talking by the year 2030. So be excited for that, guys. Whether you like Bitcoin or not, it's going to reach $1 million. Okay. So that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Give thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. I would appreciate that. You guys let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys think one day Bitcoin will reach $1 million? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to know. And on that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here, and I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Have a good one, guys.